877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
My prediction is that the second half of 2021 is going to be a blockbuster year for economic recovery.
Unbelievable. You know, I have no problem with that if they would just say, you know, we're going to have a blockbuster recovery. It's going to be fake, but here's what you should do. Make sure you ride this horse. Make sure you buy ETFs. If you folks don't have any experience in the stock market, just buy ETFs. Make sure you buy the bank ETFs. Make sure if that's all you do, you will make a lot of money, a lot more money you'll ever make in a 401k. If you want to ride this wave, go ahead and do it. And you should. We've been riding this wave since 2008. You can continue to ride it. You can go in and buy it. But just buy an ETF. Not the big techs, not XLK, but just buy the spiders for heaven's sakes. That's all you did. Eventually, this is all going to come to an end, but there is no reason, with everything they're doing since 2008, as long as they keep pushing this market higher and higher artificially, take advantage of it. You'll never be able to create wealth again. But the problem is, who's going to tell you when to get off the horse? That's the problem. People on CNBC? People on Fox Business? What are you, nuts? You think they're going to tell you when to get out? They're not going to tell you when to get off the horse. They don't want you to get off the horse. There lies the problem. See, when they're telling us how great this is going to be, okay, and how rich everybody's going to get, we've never seen this kind of wealth before. Really? We've seen this before, but it ended tragically. We saw it with the dot-coms. We saw it going back to 1929, 87, the dot-coms. The housing con. This is called the QE con. You think we are so lucky this time that's going to be different? This is insane. But there's no reason you can't create wealth using this fraud. The problem is 85% of the people are going to lose all their money because they don't know when to get out. It's unbelievable. Remember, the inflation that's created by this Federal Reserve that's driving this stock market, that is what is not transitory. The inflation is not transitory. To say it is a bold-faced lie because we've had this inflation since 2008, for heaven's sakes. What is transitory is keeping the economy and stocks propped up since 2008 by keeping interest rates too low for too long that have severe consequences. One of the biggest consequences is the Fed has no ammunition for this coming crash. When we had the dot-com crash, we had the housing crash, we had 25 cuts. We could make 25 interest rate cuts. We had that kind of ammo. We have none, zero. Not only are you not going to be able to stop the crash, you're not going to be able to slow it down. It's going to be like a train just going wild with no brakes. But nobody wants to believe it. This thing they call QE and monetization of debt and the corporate debt and the nation's debt, All of this is against the dual mandate of the Federal Reserve. And who's the Federal Reserve? First of all, it's not any more federal than Federal Express, and they have no reserves. It's a private company owned by the richest people in the world who control everything. They control everything. They made debt slaves out of people. They control the judges. They control the governors. They control the Senate. They're so wealthy, they control everything. The dual mandate. They keep talking about the dual mandate. Federal Reserve, thank God we have them. They got a dual mandate. What are you, nuts? Stable prices? Their mandate is to stabilize prices. Hello, have you gone to the gas pump lately? Have you gone and bought some roast beef lately? Oh, and to maximize employment. Maximize employment? What are you, nuts? They don't do any of that. They gave that up in 2008 because they wanted to become very, very rich. See, the Federal Reserve can't possibly stabilize prices. That's why when they tell you how inflation is temporary, it's a lie. They can't stabilize prices because inflation is not temporary. It's not transitory. It's a big lie. And they can't maximize employment. To say they can do both is a bold-faced lie. That policy ended in 2008 when the Fed decided not to fix the banks, not to fix the economy, which is the banks, by not allowing a recession. That's what they should have done. If they only allowed a recession in 2008, which would have included letting the banks that caused the economic damage, caused the economic crash, for people to be out of their homes, foreclosed on. They should have let them be liquidated. They should have liquidated them. That's what they should have done, but they didn't. So they kept the damaged and cash-starved banks alive by propping them up. And that hasn't changed since today. It's still going on today, being propped up $250 billion a day. What are you, nuts? And they also been propping up the economy since 2008. People tend to forget this. The market's going up over 500%, the stock market. That's not the economy. And they've known this since 2008, that it's transitory. They know the day is coming because you can't keep rates this low for this long without severe consequences. They know that. They know that. Powell does not want to admit the real reason he wants to continue to keep rates low, because he knows if you increase rates just a little bit, it will cause the federal government interest payments of 2.3% to rise. And when it gets up to around 2.5, 2.6, it's not sustainable. That's why he's fighting every day to keep those interest rates down, printing money every day, buying 10-year treasuries to keep those interest rates down. Instead of the Federal Reserve doing what they're supposed to do with their mandate, they threw the mandate out and said, let's get rich. I'm talking about our owners, including the elitist CEO class, including the members of Congress. That's a group and a half. How about Wall Street, the hedge fund managers, the banksters? They realize they're not stupid. Since 2008, propping up the banks and propping up the economy was the wrong thing to do. They knew it was temporary, transitory. They knew that, but they didn't give a damn. They didn't care, because all they cared about was creating inflation from all this money printing to keep rates at zero, to create an immediate wealth effect for the wealthy.
We front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally in order to accomplish a wealth effect.
Exactly what they did. They front-loaded. What's that mean, front-loaded? I'll tell you when I get back. Join my gang free for 10 days. Get my color-coded chart that tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, when to run like hell, but when to short, make money shorting. We'll be right back. Remember St. Jude, please.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Join my gang free for 10 days. Get the color-coded chart. It tells you when to buy, when to add to your position, when not to, when to sell, when to get out. But the best thing, when to sell short, make money on the way down. They've been lying about this market since 2008. It's going to end. It did in 1929. Every crash we've had, it always ends. Dot-com crash, the housing crash, this is called the QE crash. All they're doing is extending the size of the bubble, expanding the bubble. That's all they're doing, expanding the bubble and extending the crash date. Oh, but believe me, there is a crash date. It is here. It's coming. It is close. Why do you think they don't want to raise rates? See, when you raise rates, that's when you have a good economy. You don't keep rates at zero for 13 years and tell me you got a great economy. Listen to this garbage here, the contradiction.
I think we're going to have great GDP growth in 2021, and I think we're going to have great GDP growth in 2022. You know, S&P earnings, as an example, are going to should be in 2021 $190 a share or thereabouts, and another.
Wait. Why don't you tell the truth how they're getting their earnings? They're not getting earnings through hard work, through productivity. There's no such thing as productivity anymore. Any money they print, the first thing they do is make sure it doesn't go to productivity. It goes to the stock market to create wealth for the wealthy. Earnings? Companies aren't making earnings. They're creating them. They borrow all this money free, and they go in and they purchase their stock. What's that mean? If I have 1,000 shares outstanding, and I know my earnings are 2%, and that's bad. Say it was bad. Well, what am I going to do? I'm going to get some of this money that's free. I'm going to go in and I'm going to drop my 1,000 shares I have outstanding. I'm going to drop it down to 800 shares. Then I check and see if that 2% is okay. Oh, if it's not okay, then I'm going to drop it down to 700 shares. Oh, there we go. Now instead of having a negative 2%, I'm going to have a positive 6%. That's how they do it. The earnings are fake. They create them. They manufacture them. They do more manufacturing of earnings than products. If we did as much manufacturing products as they do of earnings, we wouldn't be in trouble. We wouldn't be facing what's coming. But until it comes, be in this market. Until it comes, all you got to do is go and buy the spiders or go XLF. Buy an ETF called XLF. That's all the banks. Just stay in the banks. They got to keep driving these banks. Why is it, if things are so terrific, why is it that the leaders since 2013, the Googles, the Netflix, the Amazons, the Microsofts, the Apples, they're all caving while the banks are going through the roof? The Citigroups, the Morgan Stanleys. Take a look at them. They're all power stocks making new highs. Why is that? What happened to our leadership? Because the big tech stocks can't be leaders when you have inflation. Inflation kills them, and it's not transitory. It's permanent. It has been since 2008. Inflation, the banks love inflation. Of course they do. Just like the wealthy people love inflation. So all their assets go up. Their diamonds, their metals, their rare coins, their rare stamps, everything else they have. This is amazing. Most people have no idea what's going on. So this guy, now listen to this. He's telling us how earnings are going to be terrific. Now listen to this. And we're going to have all this great growth. Now they contradict themselves.
The Wall Street Journal says it is a slow growth budget gamble, sugar high for the first 2 years, and then growth of 1% to 2% if we're lucky.
That's right. Look at people that don't understand. These people on these fake business news networks have taken parking space in our heads as if we're sitting on the longest stupid bench in the world. They really think we are sitting on the longest stupid bench in the world. The economy, when it was booming under Trump, when it was booming under Obama, we couldn't even get to 3%, but they called them booming economies. How the hell are we going to get to, they couldn't get to 3%. How are we going to get to 6, 8, 9, 10% as they're predicting? It's a bunch of BS because we're coming from such a low. My God, anybody can understand that. If you have water going down a river and it's going down, let's say 1 foot, flowing 1 foot every 30 minutes, now you dam that up. Dam it up. Put a dam in. Now there's no flow. Now break the dam. What happens? Instead of, 30 feet every second, it's going to go 400 feet every tenth of a second. That's what they're saying here. See, nobody's realizing that. There's no big boom in the economy. You got people sitting at home. They're collecting their $1,400 check. They're collecting another unemployment check from the state. They get another unemployment check to match at $300 from the federal government. Are you kidding me? And people during this pandemic, I love it. Like they said, listen to this. Where's the ton?
The consumer has a ton of money, a ton of savings.
Ton of money? A ton? A ton? You know how much a ton is? What's a ton? 2,000 pounds. How do you walk to work in the morning and have 2,000 pounds of money in your pocket? Where do you put 2,000 pounds of money? Imagine going to the bank with 2,000 pounds of money. Everybody at the bank has 2,000 pounds of money. These people are nuts. They're professional liars. See, they know that people are too busy in their lives to think about this stuff. So it seems, they're saying it's going to be a great economy. They got a ton of money. People don't have a ton of money. The people that have the ton of money are the owners. The top 1/100th of 1%, the top 1 percentile. They got all the money. Nobody else got any money. They got credit cards, 5, 6, 7 credit cards. They pay their debt for one card to the other. They got student loan. What are you, nuts? This is just crazy stuff. But make money. You can make it while it's flowing. Join my gang. We'll show you how, for God's sakes.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
What are you, nuts? 85% of the people do not know how to get out of the market. They lose money because they don't know when to get out. I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. I solved that with my Pro 2 color-coded chart. It tells you when to get out. It tells you when to get in, tells you what to add, not to add. Specifically, when do I get out? It tells you that. Check it out. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Get your 10-day free trial of my Pro 2 color-coded chart and a membership.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here. And it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
The consumer has a ton of money, a ton of savings, has reduced his credit card debt, and is eager to get back and live.
We're saying they're eager to get back and run up the credit card again. Do you think things have changed, that the pandemic has changed the habits of people? Remember, before the pandemic, credit cards, we had about 68.2% people who had credit cards were behind. We're behind 90 days on their payments. Auto loans behind 90 days on their payments. How do we go from a totally closed down economy to where everybody was out of work, and now they're going to. How long does the check of $1,400 last? For heaven's sakes, maybe wrong. Was it 140,000 they got, or was it 1,400? Because the way these guys are talking, they got a ton of money. They got a ton of money. $1,400. That's not a ton of money. But according to these dopes, it's a ton of money. God. Look. All you need to do, don't fight this. Don't fight these guys. They're a pack of liars. Don't fight them. Their job is to get you to buy stocks. That's it. That's their job. And say anything to make you feel good. Say anything to make you feel the economy's terrific. That's their job. Or they won't be able to get advertisers. They play to the advertisers. They're on there to sell product. They're on there to sell cars. If you look at Fox Business, you look at CNBC, you look at Bloomberg, what are all the ads? Majority of their ads are all auto ads. And they fight for that dollar. And when Ford decides, are they going to give CNBC the money? They're going to give Fox Business the money? Give Bloomberg the money? They track how well they're doing with sales coming from them. They can track it. Their job is to make people feel good. So they'll give them a budget of $20, $30 million. They won't give me a penny. They won't give me nothing. You think Ford or GM would advertise with me when I tell the truth? What are you, nuts? It's insane. That's their job. Our job here is to make sure our members, the first thing, and I drill this in everybody's head, everybody that works with me, just make sure they don't lose money. If they don't lose money, they'll be with you for years. That's your first job. They don't lose money. That's where you start. Play defense. Show them how to play defense. First, identify what the stock market is. It's a place where there's a bunch of crooks. Interference by the government. All game playing. Today, the market went up 250 points today. And then, no, it was down 250 points today. Down 250 points. And then within an hour and a half, I said to my members, watch what they're going to do. The plunger team is going to turn this market around. They're going to go buy futures. You watch. They'll buy futures. In other words, they'll go buy a stock, let's say at $30, okay? And they'll say, I'm going to buy that stock for $70 in August. So now, all of a sudden, they're buying all these futures with the prices out there. All of a sudden, no more selling. Everybody stops shorting. And all of a sudden, the stock goes back up. We go from down 250 points. We were up, I think, 35 points. Now we're down, I think, on the Dow, we're about flat. All game playing. All you need to know is where are the gangsters putting their money? So let's check. So right now, where the gangsters have been putting their money, and my members have been, what do you think? You're going to say Microsoft? What are you, nuts? Apple? Amazon? Netflix? What are you, nuts? Of course not. Money's not going there. But everybody's addicted to those. Everybody's addicted to them. That's amazing. If you look at any of these guys on CNBC or Fox Business, they're all having withdrawals. They're all having withdrawals. Look at the guys at noontime on CNBC. I was watching the other night. I was clicking through at lunchtime while I'm eating. And I got that big brother down in the mouth. Oh, what's going on with Amazon? What's going on with Netflix? It's all they play. That's all they play. What's going on? Oh, they're going to be terrific. They're going to come back. In the meantime, we're going where the money is. V&Q, you know what that is? That's an ETF for REITs. For REITs. They've been doing spectacular for REITs. We're about 13% on V&Q from the time it turned green, the last time it turned green. We bought another REIT. CUBE. We're up about 13% on that one. We're up another one about 20%. Now those are just the REITs, and then the banks. We're up big on all the banks. That's where your money should be. And then gold. Gold mining stocks. That's where the money's going. But if you just bought the bank stocks, the ETF, just buy XLF. That's all you did, XLF, from now to the minute the market crashes. Now, you got to know when the market's going to crash. That's what I'm here for. And that's what my chart does. My chart will tell you when the market's going to crash. You'll know when the market's going to crash. There's no guesswork. And then we're going to make sure you switch your position from buying to selling, so as it goes down, you're doing fine. So never again will you be in a position that you're scared to be in the market because it's going to crash. You're going to be in the market. You don't care if it's going to go down or up. It doesn't matter to my members if it's going to go down. We train them and train them and train them with this. Look, the minute you get to a position that you do not care anymore whether the market's up or down, because with the same ease you're shorting a stock as you buy a stock, once we can get you to that point, and with a color-coded chart, you don't have to be in here studying or going to school or any of that. The colors tell you. If you, in 10 days, when we give you those charts free, if you can't figure out in 10 days how easy it is, we've done all the hard work developing, taking years to develop the Pro 2 color-coded chart that tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, when to short, when to get out. The biggest thing, when do I get out? In the meantime, ride the wave where the money's going. If it goes up another year, who cares? Ride it. But we're always going to be ready for that day, and that day is coming closer. The Fed, remember, you heard what Fisher said. After the stock market crashed, they should have let the banks go. But they didn't. They decided to save the banks, and that was the biggest problem. That meant we never fixed what caused the crash to begin with. And we've been taking those banks and propping them up since 2008. Propping up the economy since 2008. Both the banks and the economy. And how do they do that? Printing money, printing money, printing money. And they love it. Now remember, they're going against their own mandate. Keeping rates zero by purchasing these U.S. Treasuries every day and then taking money and monetizing the debt of our government and of corporations, going in and buying their debt every day. This is ridiculous. You think that's transitory? No, it's not. We're going to pay for all this. Think about this. They also want inflation badly. The very, very wealthy, they want inflation. The government wants inflation. Think of the government, how they benefit inflation, but they lie to you. We're going to fight inflation. We're going to fight inflation. No, they don't. Let's say we owe China $1 million, and the dollar drops 20%. They love that. Now, why would the dollar drop? Because you're printing money to go buy all the debt and all the things they do. So if it drops 20%, that means the debt the United States owes China is no longer $1 million. It's $800 billion. If it drops again, then it's 800,000. Then again, it's 700,000. So see how it works? They want inflation because their debt drops. Now, what's the problem with that? What's the danger in that? Well, when I get back, I'm going to tell you. In the meantime, check my site out, philsgang.com. Sign up where it said Working Investors, free for 10 days.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month? philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
Warning. Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60, 70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days, philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Graney, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market is still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. You know, it's very hard, very difficult for people to understand what's going on. And I hope they realize they can't trust any of these fake business news networks. You can't trust them. They're not there to help you. So I understand how confusing it is. Look, I've been on this earth 75 years. I've been in this business over 51 years. In this business, I get it. And I get so frustrated because I know what's going on. I see the fraud here. At least Fisher, he told the truth. When he left the Federal Reserve, Fisher told the truth.
We front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally in order to accomplish a wealth effect.
What he's saying is, after the market crashed, we were not going to let the banks go down. Why? Because they're all invested in the banks. They are the Federal Reserve. Those banks are theirs. They don't want to let them go down. So they wouldn't let us go into a recession to clean up, to fix what caused the crash in 2008. It's never been fixed. It's the banks, never been fixed. They've been propped up, which props up the economy. That's transitory. That's transitory. Now, there lies the problem. They knew what was going to be facing them if they did that. They said, then why don't we create wealth for ourselves? Let's immediately create wealth. Because by us not fixing the damaged banks, let them go down, clean out the bad banks, let us go into a recession, we know the wealth we're going to create is going to, or the market's going to go up, but it's going to be temporary. They knew by purposely devaluating the debt that we owe to our lenders like China and Japan, that was going to be transitory. How long will China sit back and Japan sit back and the Saudis sit back when you got $1 million in debt to them and you keep on purpose, keep raising your inflation, keep printing money to cause inflation? So the dollar, when that dollar keeps going down in value, it pushes down the debt. So you don't. So like I said, if you have $1 million debt and the dollar drops 20% because we keep printing to create more dollars, right? And you got $1 million in debt to China. How long before when it dropped from 1 million to 800 billion, then it's going to drop to 700 billion? When are they 800,000? When are they going to get so grumpy? Of course they're going to get grumpy. And they know one thing. They knew we better create a lot of wealth for ourselves. Never mind Main Street. Let's create a lot of wealth for ourselves. The hell with this mandate. The hell with this Fed mandate. Let's create wealth. Because at some point, China is going to say, wait a minute. The currency that you keep giving us, the dollar, we're going to dump all our dollars. And we're going to, dump all our treasuries so that your interest rates will go from 1.6% to 20% and put you in a depression. They're not going to take this for very long. They know that. That's why they said, look, let's not go into recession. Let's not fix the banks. Let's not fix the economy. Let's just make a whole bunch of money for ourselves in the stock market. And we'll simply do it by creating all this money, and we'll buy treasuries, keep interest rates at zero, take that money, and then give it to our companies so we can go out there and buy our own stock, create our own earnings. We'll make a fortune. They only cared about themselves, the Federal Reserve. And they're not federal. This is a private company of gangsters. This is what we're facing. We're not facing Russia. We're not facing China. We're facing the Federal Reserve. They'll destroy us before China does, before Russia does. They use inflation to increase the value of their assets every day. Main Street doesn't have valuable artwork. They don't have valuable commodities. They don't have exotic real estate all over the world. They don't have rare coins and stamps and all this stuff and all this crap. They don't have any of that. They have wages when they can get them. They have to live on wages, and inflation kills your wages. But they don't care about that. As long as the stock market went up 475, 500%, that's all they care about. These guys on CNBC, Fox, you think they care? They don't care. You think people in Congress care? They don't care. They're the last people that care in Congress because they make money. They're making money as long as there's inflation. They want inflation. They don't want productivity. Do you know everything is about productivity? Productivity is everything. When you create more goods, when we produce more goods, that's when we're powerful. When you produce goods, not only does it lower the price of the goods, but it maximizes our employment. We hire people. It increases our country's economic growth. It stabilizes our prices and inflation. It stabilizes inflation. That increases the Main Street standard of living. But these greedy people didn't want any of that. They wanted to take care of themselves because they knew the stock market they were creating was all fake, and they better have a pile of money so when this market crashes, they were set. This is what this is going on for 13 years. And you can't convince anybody of that. You can't convince anybody of that. Well, I can tell you this. If you just for 10 days, just come to my site, use the chart, and then every day we take our portfolio for our members and we post it and tell them exactly what to do every day. Every day. And we tell them exactly what to do. We post it at 2 o'clock.
Goldman Sachs, you can go ahead and add to your long today and move your stop up.
Who does that for you? Does your planner do that for you? Does your broker do that for you? The guy that's running your 401k, that dope, does he do it for you? Of course not. You're on your own. And while you think the market's going up and you see it going up every day and you get your little statements, you throw them in the drawer. You throw them in the drawer. What do you need me for? That's what you think. Hell, market keeps going up. Why do I need to join Phil's gang? Look at me. I'm going to get really rich. Market's going up every day. Wow. And the market, after all, must be the economy, so the economy must be okay. When you're wrong on all counts. This is what's transitory, this last rally. By God, even Fisher admitted it. He said he front-loaded the market. They front-loaded it. Look, all you need to do, while this market keeps rallying, when it keeps rallying until it crashes, join the gang and let me reach out to you and prove to you that you'll be in the right group. Right now, the right group is to be in the bank stocks. That's where you got to be. You also need to be in, while interest rates are low, in the REITs. You also want to be and watch the industrials. That's all. You should only be buying the ETFs. If they're trying to sell you individual stocks, that's crazy. You should be buying ETFs, especially for you people who don't know what the hell you're doing. But we'll tell you when to add. We'll tell you when not to add. We'll tell you, okay, time to get out. But better yet, we're going to say, time to reverse your position and make money when the market goes down. Because the market goes down 10 times faster than it goes up. And I know you don't believe the market's going to go down. Most people don't. They think this market's going to continue forever. Just going to keep going up. Well, they thought that in 1929 too. Doesn't work that way. But why should you be in a position to have to worry? If you're in the stock market and you're worrying, you shouldn't be in the stock market. The only way you get rid of that worry is if you know, okay, if it's going to turn and go down, I know exactly what to do and make money on the way down. So I don't care if it goes up or down. If you're not in that kind of position where you don't have the same comfort level that when a stock goes down, you're making money, as you do when a stock going up, you're making money. If you don't have that comfort level, then get the hell out of the market. You shouldn't be in the market. I'd be cashing out right now. Anybody's got a 401k, I'd be cashing it out right now. Who's going to help you? Who's going to tell you time to get out? Did they tell you in 1929? They tell you in 1987? They tell you in 2001? They tell you in 2008? Nobody's going to tell you because they don't give a damn about you. Nobody cares. All these fancy pants that you see on these TV programs, all these fancy pants with their suits and their hairdos, they care about one thing: getting you to buy a car so it will pay for their show. And they're going to say anything to you to make you go buy a car. That's their job. Those people are nothing but car salespeople. That's all they are. They're not brokers. They're not advisors. They're car salesmen. That's all they are. Look, I'll reach out to you and we'll help you. And you'll see that in 10 days. All we ask is you reach back and help St. Jude. They need money. So it's a pretty good deal. We're going to reach out and help you. For 10 days, you don't have to pay a cent. You get my color-coded chart. You get the membership. You get all the instructions, all the anything. You get it all. Everything. And all I ask, if you stay and make money, help St. Jude. I think that's a pretty good deal. But you've got to be as comfortable selling short as you are buying a stock, or you should be out of the market today. Sell your 401k today. See you on the chart.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's